Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go ahead and talk about cover. Cover is an essential part of Apex's gameplay, and mastering it will allow you to get the upper hand on all of your opponents, especially on console where everyone can beam, or where on PC where everyone's switching to controller. So in this video, I'm going to show you some tips and strategies that you can use with cover so you can outplay your opponents and win more gunfights. Let's go ahead and get right into the video. Tip number 1, you never want to overextend. You always want to play tightly knit into a cover just in case the opponent does a lot of damage on you. You can go back into cover. If you're out in the open, you're just going to get beamed like I did in this clip. So you want to use a strategy that I like to call is pop shotting. You're going to be by a cover, shoot, and then go back into cover. This is extremely effective with shotguns. Also in this clip, you can see me using cover to mask my animations. So with the Peacekeeper, after each shot, you cannot shoot, you have to wait a second. But I use cover to mask those animations so I'm not out in the open just taking free damage. Also in this clip, you can see me using cover all the time when pushing my opponent. At this moment right here, a novice player would have jumped down and challenged a player. But here, I make sure to jump down and challenge with cover, so it makes it difficult for my opponent to beat me. Here are some other clips where I use cover to mask my shotgun animation so I don't take free damage. I make sure to shoot and go back into cover. This pop shotting technique can also be used with other guns besides shotguns. It's also effective to use to make your opponent waste their bullets while you're behind cover, and you can run out and go ahead and challenge them. Speaking of causing your opponent to waste their bullets, there's a strategy that I like to call fake peeking. Fake peeking is when I pretend that I'm going to peek out, which causes my opponent to keep shooting, thinking that I'm going to peek, but I'm not. After they're done shooting, I then peek and push the opponent, which gives me the upper hand. Fake peeking is extremely effective when you fight opponents with shotguns. It allows you to get the upper hand by having them waste their shot, and then you go out and shoot them. You can see me using this strategy when fighting one of my teammates in the firing range. I make sure to fake peek to make him guess where I'm going. You also want to make sure that you're not ADSing when doing this. If you ADS, you're not going to be able to see your opponent. It's very important that you don't ADS and making sure that you're blind firing so you can see where your opponent goes first before they see you. Here's another clip of me not ADSing in close range fights so I can make sure I can see my opponent before they see me. Having high FOV is extremely effective for this strategy. Don't forget to use cover to block line of sight. Blocking line of sight is extremely important, especially when you're fighting 1v2s. I'm making sure that I take fights or take shots when one of my opponents cannot see me behind cover. It's extremely effective strategy when fighting more than one opponent. As you can see in this clip, I'm only taking shots when one opponent can see me. This makes sure that I don't get shot by two at once. Last tip I have for you is when you are playing cover, you also want to make sure that you're not shooting from the same angle. Make sure to go to different angles of the cover to shoot. This makes your opponent very confused and also scared, especially if they're stuck out in the open. Here's some clips of me doing that. Bonus tip, don't forget you can use Faide Slides as well as fatigue wall bounces to catch your opponent off guard while you're behind cover. I made tutorials on both of these movement techs, so go ahead and check them out in the description below. I'm going to go into detail on it. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Hopefully you made it this far, and if you did, I love you, thank you, and I really appreciate the support. If you use all the tips and tricks that I shared in this video, you'll definitely become a better player and a more annoying player. Again, I just want to give a big shout out to all my 443 subscribers so far. Every day I wake up and I see my subscribers, I'm just surprised how far I have made it, and 400 is a lot for me. It definitely is. I didn't expect me to make it this far, and I thought I was going to stop at 1 or 2 videos, but now I'm on 14. So I just really appreciate it, guys. I read your comments, I read your suggestions, and it just motivates me to be a better player. This whole YouTube channel has made me a better player, analyzing my videos, analyzing my techniques that I do, and just finding ways to improve. So I really appreciate it, and I just thank you guys for the support. Really, just thank you. Just you subscribing means a lot to me. Well, you know, if you want to check out my other videos, I have them in the description below. I made other tutorials, and I love you guys. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.